Better than ever country, WBEJ Radio. David Miller along with Thomas Gaetano. And we are going to talk about the Watauga Valley Art League and their art show that is coming up October the 15th through the 30th at Sycamore Shoals State Park here in Elizabethton. Thomas, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about the Art League for folks that might not be familiar.
Yeah, so we're a collection of artists and art appreciators. It's been around for more than 50 years now. Right. Originated in 1969, and it's been doing art shows since 1972 to varying amounts. Some years we have a lot of art shows, some years not so many. Right. But we do our best to just showcase local artists of East Tennessee, help give them an introduction to the fine art world and opportunities that don't come around very often, right, unfortunately.
About how many active members do you have?
We're coming up on about 100 members now.
That's good.
Yeah, we've increased a lot in the last year and a half. We've almost doubled.
Did people take the time during the pandemic to expand their artwork, if you will, for those that may have been at home and working on that?
Yeah, it was, we saw it as an opportunity to introduce something we've never done before, which was a virtual art show, right, to show that our members were indeed still making art, even though we couldn't gather communally like we normally do. Right. We edited together like about a 30-minute video production that featured some of our artists and their work with their contact information, and you can find that art show still posted on our YouTube page as well.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
The fact is, like you say, the art show, the Art League, has been together for quite some time, and you and I were talking before we went on the air. Of course, it's mostly paintings, drawings, that type of thing, but there is a hope to expand more of the work that can be displayed, and of course, that comes with new members.
Yeah, so with every new member is an opportunity to kind of feature a new medium of art, which is important. We've got traditionally oil, acrylic, watercolor paintings, but we've featured a lot of presentations on wood carving, wood sculpture. Also, digital arts is starting to be seated in the membership, and including ink drawings. And textile arts now, too, is one of the newest ones. And as soon as we get more and more people involved that do these types of mediums, we can have more categories for them to be judged and possibly win awards for their art at our art shows.
Absolutely. Once again, the art show coming the 15th through the 30th at Sycamore Shoals State Park. Is there any entrance fee or anything like that?
No, it isn't open to the public. We're a nonprofit charity organization, so we try to do our best to host these events for free to little expense to the members of the community. And it's just a good time to have some fellowship over art, and that reception for that art show is actually October 16th. This Sunday, 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon till 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So if you want to actually meet the artists and see the awards being given out, that would be the time to come down and see us.
Absolutely. What was the time on that again?
1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, October 16th.
Okay, very good. Once again, at Sycamore Shoals State Park. When we talk about the art of our area, do the artists, many of them, I would assume, are using the beauty of our area as a part of their imagination, if you will, and putting that down on canvas. And I would also assume that type of art is well received, and also a lot of folks like to buy that, display it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You take a drive down the country roads anywhere in Carter County, Washington County, Unicoi County, and many others in our area. You can see lots of old barn buildings and fields, pastures where we have cow farms, horse farms, things like that. And and also the parks too. This is one of the richest areas that I've known to have parks and beautiful scenery around here, great animal diversity. We have lots of animal artists and stuff. So yeah, it definitely makes people feel connected to
Right.
what's around us. But it's not limited to that. We have a lot of
yeah.
artists that travel and have done landscapes from far away places too.
Absolutely. It's awfully hard to beat what we've got here.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Tell me about your art. What are you working on? What is your expertise? What can folks expect from you at the art show?
Yeah, so my involvement in the arts is one of the more unique members that have jumped on board recently because I'm not much of a visual artist. I do performance art.
Okay.
In the past, I've done theater, musicals,
Right.
And then music in college. Play guitar, write songs, that sort of stuff. So when I'm at the art show, I'm kind of there to be the MC, like the master of ceremonies. I welcome people. My wife is a visual artist though too, so she does like character illustrations, and then some fine art as well. And we have a lot of new members that are expanding into unique territories of art too, and we're hoping to feature them more and more in the coming years.
Absolutely. And of course, about how many displays of art do you anticipate at this year's art show?
Well, we have two more art shows. The small work show coming up is exclusively for 8x10 inch framed pieces and smaller. So it kind of makes it unique to see what people can do with small canvases and stuff. Yeah. And I think it's also helps keep things affordable so that the general public can consider purchasing the art to support our artists as well. There should be someone always there at the art shows to help people purchase art. And we should have about, usually around like between 40 to as many as like close to 100 pieces of artwork, depending on how many submitted works that we get. Yeah.
So going to be displayed in the auditorium at Sycamore Shoals, or where will it be played?
Yeah, so when you walk into the visitor center, there's kind of a conference room area that's people can reserve for special events, and it's just to the right as you enter and to the left of the front desk.
That's a pretty good-sized room. They have all kinds of stuff that takes place there, so it's a good place to be able to peruse and look and see the product available on the week of the 15th through the 30th. And as you said a moment ago, the reception on October the 16th from 1:30 to 3:30 gets folks an opportunity to visit with people up close and personal, if you will.
Sharing their stories, talking about the art.
Are most of the members in the Watauga Valley Art League from the Tri-City region?
I'd say so, yeah. We have members as far as like Irwin, Flag Pond.
Right.
Most of them are right around Johnson City. So yeah, it's very much East Tennessee local artists, possibly undiscovered talent, and people that are just trying to make a go of it, selling the art that they produce.
I would assume the age range is pretty varied as well for folks that may have been in the league for a long time, and for those like yourself that have only been a part of this for a couple of 3 years. So you're going to see some lots of different interpretation, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the advantages that we have because, the only requirement for membership that we actually have is to be 18 years old. Other than that,
and draw a straight line.
Oh, honestly, not even. If so, I probably wouldn't be a member because I struggle. And part of the advantage, though, is that I can help develop those skills with my involvement. In a very non-competitive, supporting atmosphere. But yeah, we have lots of different age ranges and just artists helping artists, and I think that's important because different generations of artists to have different tools and different experiences, and they all have different professors if they're a student that's attending art college. And we can all help each other by sharing our stories, and not only that, but access to art materials, paint, brushes, canvases, things like that. A lot of people are like, well, I'd love to enter an art show, but I don't really know how to wrap a canvas around a frame, or, I don't know what are the best materials to use. And a big part of our mission statement is education to help get people started to a professional status of artistry.
Boy, that reception would be a great place to gather a lot of information as well, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, we always have a nice spread of membership information, sign-in sheets for guests and for our members. And if you were interested in joining our organization or otherwise supporting it, it would be a good opportunity to kind of just see what we all have and what we're all about.
Do you have any idea about what the price range will be on the art display?
Yeah, so pricing art is always a difficult thing. That's another thing that the artists try to help each other with. Typically, since it's original art, it can range anywhere from the hundreds to the 200s. For the small work show, we're going to be on the lower end of prices, I'd imagine.
Right.
But we let our artists individually decide based on their techniques what to price their art at. The Art League doesn't tell, in an official sense, how people should be pricing their artwork. So.
Absolutely, because you could either underprice it or overprice it.
Yeah, it's really tough because you don't want to drive people away,
right?
But you also it's a unique creation. Nothing else exists in the world that's exactly like it. So we just try to be as fair as possible and just promote the creation of art and give hope to artists that are trying to make a go of it.
I know my wife and I do. We go over to Asheville and we go through the host of art galleries that are there, open, they're free, just a wide range of things. And like you said a moment ago, prices anywhere from $100 to maybe $50,000.
Yeah, if they're big, wall-sized.
Right,
art,
absolutely. Or if it's structure or sculpture, that type of thing, you can get into a lot of money. I wish the Tri-Cities would embrace that more. It's a shame you have to drive 65 miles away to see it, but boy, Asheville has really got that down. I mean, they really know how to display and welcome new artists over there.
Yeah, and that's part of what our goal is to just promote the arts in East Tennessee to make it accessible, especially given how many new people are moving to this area too. The more and more people settle down out here, there's going to be more of a call to have a art culture in this area.
Right.
A lot of students are coming to ETSU looking to get involved. I mean, that was our story. We moved. We were new to the area, like a lot of people in the last 5 years or so, and we didn't know anybody.
Where were you originally from?
I was originally raised in Ohio.
Okay.
Moved down here to go to ETSU. Decided to settle down out here because I just liked it that much. But yeah, we didn't really know a whole lot of people, and my wife was, an artist in Northwest Ohio, and then came down here and in a certain sense kind of had to start over, but through the Art League definitely gave a platform for her to feature her art and more importantly just meet people and be a part of the community. That's a lot of our newest members' stories. They don't know anyone, they just moved here and they're just looking to have a community to participate in.
There's a definite want for this type of work, and no matter if it's a portrait, a drawing, sculpture, whatever. Even Johnson City has embraced art as the outside murals in some of the most odd places, under bridges and that type of thing, and even on the electric boxes at the stoplights. They've taken those platforms and made them something nice to look at, as opposed to just concrete or a metal door or whatever.
Right, and that's also another function or another membership benefit, is we help network these opportunities to our local artists, because a lot of these things you just mentioned were kind of like community announcements, like, hey, so, if you want to be considered to contribute, contact such and such, and we get that information and help distribute that to our members too.
So I think it's just a great thing. But the Watauga Valley Art League and their art show, once again, coming October the 15th through the 30th at Sycamore Shoals State Park. But do not forget the reception on October the 16th, 1:30 to 3:30. A great opportunity to meet and greet with the local artists in our area. And gosh, we've got the holidays not too far away, so why not pick up something unique at the Watauga Valley Art League show at Sycamore Shoals. And anything else we need to cover, Thomas?
Well, yeah, I just want to say, we have our organization does have a website. So if you want to learn more, go to www.WataugavalleyArtLeague.com, and you can email us with inquiries also at WVAL@WataugavalleyArtLeague.com. We're also on social media. We're getting more and more active on social media. So we have a Facebook page where we put a lot of our upcoming activities. And just to show how busy we're going to be, we do have a Christmas show that I can advertise a little bit too, and that'll be from November 19th through December 5th of this year. And if you can't make it to the art show, these things are open for basically normal operating hours of Sycamore Shoals State Historical Park. So you can kind of escape the crowds if you want a more private experience and then enjoy everything else that Sycamore Shoals State Park has to offer as well.
No question. We are so blessed with 2 state parks in Carter County. Not too many counties have that. At one time, we were the only county that had 2 state parks. I'm not sure if that's still true or not, but anyhow, Thomas Gaetano, I appreciate you being with us today. And once again, hopefully folks will come out, especially to the reception on the 16th at Sycamore Shoals State Park, and that's from 1:30 to 3:30, a reception for the Watauga Valley Art League. Thomas, thanks for coming by.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been fun.
You bet. Better than ever, country 24/7, WBEJ Radio.